Now, to cut a long story short, Pastor Chris begins to minister and he calls Pastor Benny in, and they are ministering to the people. Together, you are seeing two generals.
Hello my family, welcome again to Direct TV, bringing you the truth. Welcome guys to this special and wonderful episode of my video. And right in today's video guys, I am here with the man of God, or by person of Prophet Uebert Angel Jr. So this man of God, Uebert Angel Jr. is actually going to be talking about the man of God, Reverend Dr. Chris, and how Pastor Chris does his healing, and also you talk concerning the man of God, Pastor Benny Hinn, and also the man of God, Prophet Uebert Angel. You got to listen to this, because this is one of the things that some other ministers is actually criticizing, some other preachers are actually criticizing. Meanwhile, these are people that are giving testimonies of the impact of the healing school and what people actually do, or what the man of God, Reverend Dr. Chris, the man of God, Pastor Benny Hinn, and the man of God, Prophet Uebert Angel actually does, guys. You're going to listen to this. This is one of the most inspiring pieces you're going to listen to today. So before we dive into the video, guys, if this is your first time on my channel, please just kindly hit the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel, and also turn on your notification. And if you have not liked today's video, kindly hit the like button, like today's video, and then watch this, guys. I'll be right back to say to you the next of what I have for you. Please watch this.
To cut a long story short, Pastor Chris begins to minister and he calls Pastor Benny in, and they are ministering to the people. Together, you are seeing two generals ministering the power of God. That was so powerful. If you do not feel the power of God, there is something wrong with you, not with what is being ministered. It is the human response to the power of God. And as I'm standing there, Pastor Chris is now extending his hands with Pastor Benny Hinn, and they're praying for people. And you see, when you talk about the great generals such as Pastor Chris Oyakhilome, Pastor Chris Osborne Oyakhilome, DSC, when you talk about that man, Pastor Chris is a man that doesn't struggle. All people come, they are laying hands. Pastor Chris will just point. The demon is exited. No struggle. Sit down. I said, what is this? Is the people coming in wheelchairs, and he's asking them a question. Do you want to walk? My gosh, I've come to the service, I'm in a wheelchair, you are asking me if I want to walk. And his immediate reply is, if you want to walk, stand up and walk. Automatically, they were bedridden since they were born. They are now 30 years old. Just by him saying stand up and walk, they stand up and walk. What has taken place is the power of the Holy Ghost. Sit down. Kaliano. And I'm seeing this in front of my eyes. And Pastor Chris now gets people. He calls from a certain branch of his and he says, I want to get from this branch. Come with your pastor. They came all the way from a foreign country, whether it was Germany, Austria, whatever it was. And he calls them. And I'm expecting for him to lay hands. And he just goes like this. I said, And Pastor Benny Hinn is there as well. He just says, I said, is it that they're lazy or what? And people are falling under the power of God. I've come Sunday in, nobody's falling. See me, I can testify, you can testify. I'm laying hands, nobody's falling. This man just said, people fell under the power of God. And then Pastor Chris extends his hands, and he says, for the people in this auditorium, Pastor Benny Hinn is speaking, ministering with Pastor Chris. He says, the power of God shall move like a mighty rushing wind. I said, wow. How is it? I looked at it. People were catching the power of God, and I was the only one left out. What was wrong with me? My spirit wasn't opened to what God was doing in that time. And I said, God, do not leave me out of this. And Pastor Chris and Pastor Benny Hinn, they just extended their hands. They are far on the stage. There's a power of the Holy Ghost. When I woke up, Jesus, sit down. When I woke up, I was not in the second row anymore. I was at the 5th row. This is the power of the creation of sons, the ways of the patriarchs that walked before us. Men such as Pastor Chris, men such as Archbishop Benson Idahosa, these generals of God that walked and paved the way for us. dare I say, men such as Prophet Uebert Angel.
Alright, my family, there you have it with the seer Prophet Uebert Angel Jr. Now is very important, very important indeed. There are men of God that have paved way, that have given way for us. They have actually showed us the supernatural and how this supernatural actually works. Indeed, guys, several thoughts that have been shared by the seer Uebert Angel Jr. So before I go ahead and just pointing out some of those points that you need to know, because it's important that I point them out. All right, I quickly like to remind some of you coming new to my channel, please, if you have not yet hit the subscribe button, kindly hit the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel. And if you have not yet liked today's video, please hit the like button so that this video can actually be recommended to other people to actually watch. And then what the man of God or the seer Uebert Angel have actually said today concerning those men of God is actually true. All right, now I have brought to you several videos concerning men of God, all right, powerful men of God who have actually talked about the healing ministry of the man of God, Reverend Dr. Chris Oyakhilome. And remember, some time ago, or yes, some days ago, all right, a particular preacher was being surfaced online of how he attacked the ministry of the man of God, Reverend Dr. Chris Oyakhilome. But here's a testimony of the impact of the ministry of the man of God, the healing ministry of the man of God, Reverend Dr. Chris, and also the man of God, Pastor Benny Hinn. So these are things that you need to know, and they are very important. Thank you guys for watching today's video. And for those of you coming new to my channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel. And if you have not liked today's video, please hit the like button, like today's video, so this video can be recommended. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.